Dear Diary, or the universe that is me, I'm writing to you because I miss me. I miss some things, some aspects about me. And one of them is coloring. I miss coloring. I miss drawing. I miss creating. I miss being the artist that I am. And this feeling stems, in realizing this, I beg the question to myself, why do I miss me? Why do I miss coloring? Why do I miss creating? Where have I gone? Why do I feel so far gone away from myself at this moment? So much so that I miss me. One thing I have learned on this journey back to myself is that I really break my own heart at this point when I don't answer my own heart's desires. Why aren't I coloring? Why aren't I creating? My first thought was, well, certain people that I don't like are also artists. It's a silly thought, which stops me from creating. Because of growing up, I used to think, if I copy somebody, or if I'm an artist and somebody else is an artist, that I'm copying them, their identity. But the truth of the matter is, we're all creators, and that artist is not going to create the way that I'm going to create. So why do I hold myself back? Why do I stop myself from such a silly thought? A thought created in my childhood. Another reason I struggled with connecting to the artist that I am is because I haven't connected to me, which is another reason why I struggled connecting with other beings in a healthy way, that is. So for me, today is another day of extreme intentionality, of me answering my heart's calling, answering my heart's desires, answering what it is that I'd like to do. So say if my heart says, I want a chocolate chip cookie right now, and I say no because I'm dieting or whatever the case may be, do you know, since I've stopped listening to myself for so long, and I've listened to other beings for so long, that now when I'm in the space of telling myself no to such a simple thing, my heart begins to quake with pain. My heart begins to ache with yearning of being heard, of being listened to. And every time I say no to myself or tell myself a lie, I deceive my own heart. I deny my own heart its own desires. And so now the only disappointments are the disappointments that are coming from me, within myself. Why don't I honor myself? Why don't I tell myself yes sometimes? Why don't I give myself the grace that I deserve? The grace I wish that others would give me. The grace that others would not give me if I did not give to myself. At least possibly, because I'm not, obviously. I say that others would give me loosely because currently in this state of mind that I have been blessed to make over, thank goodness I'm not looking for outward validation. But I say this to say that everything that I've experienced, given the things I couldn't control as a child, still grew up perpetuating the same behaviors and pre-recorded responses, and now I'm getting a hold of them. Before I was not aware, I was not in control, thus I could not change the experiences I was having before me. So, anywho, whether my heart's calling is me getting myself a drink of water, or drawing a small picture, or writing to myself for freedom, freeing myself of thoughts through writing, I'm doing what I need now, just to give myself the grace that I need to propel myself forward. I take with me the little girl inside of me, and I imagine the love and friendship that she would have liked to experience and I give it to her in the hopes to free her of the sadness that she once experienced or knew via whatever reasons that came. I re-examine myself daily and ask myself, why do I say certain things? Why do I do certain things? Why don't I give the grace that I need? Why do I talk to myself this way? Yet I treat other people so wonderfully. Wow, I need to give myself back that same energy. I refuse to be a robot with pre-recorded responses or trying on roles of certain archetypes that do not belong to me. I'm healing what my mother couldn't. I lie to myself no more, because the first way to change your fate, trajectory, or lot in life is pure and radical and complete honesty. Asking myself why am I afraid to be honest with myself causes me to delve deep within me. Asking myself why am I afraid to be honest with myself causes me to delve deep within me. I'm afraid to cry, is it? Am I afraid to cry so deep, so hard, that I won't be able to pull myself out of such a rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland? Is it the wonder that I won't come out, as if deep inside of me is an unknown space, as if deep inside of me will swallow me up whole, as if deep inside of me is a me that I'm afraid of would eat me, would hurt me, would kill me? Would I really do that to myself? Does a person truly not love themselves so much so that they would hurt their own selves? And I know for a fact that I love myself enough to delve deep inside of me into that unknown space. I know myself enough to know that I love myself so deep that if I go to that deep space, I would only find love. And that the truth is my truth lives inside of me. And until I go and visit my depths entirely, I will be stuck in a cycle. I will be stuck in a rabbit hole called life, not knowing who I am, not realizing my truest desires and my greatest dreams. As I realize that there is nothing to fear about myself, I heal. As long as I accept as long as I accept who it is that I am visiting inside of me, as I accept who it is that I see, I heal. As I, with love and acceptance, embrace all who I am inside, I heal. Because knowing who I am, what I like, what I do not like, I begin to heal, but I also begin to create. Be the artist that I am. Live the life that I want. Create when I want to create. And I get to change my experiences. I get to show my little self and my big self, new memories, new challenges, new experiences. I get to teach myself, remind myself the lessons that I've learned, and teach myself new ones. I take my inner child with me, and I give her new lines of thoughts. I give her security. I give her trust, and so much more. Because we now know what comes with our choices. We now know that we have choices. We now know what our choices are and how they can affect us. And we now know that we can only allow in what it is that we want, that we can choose what we want to to give energy to. And now we now know that we can only allow in what it is that we want, and that we can choose what we want to give energy to. And there is safety in that. You know why? Because the safety is in our hands. The power is in our hands. What we want to feel is solely in our hands, created and chosen by us. If you feel like you are a chosen one, you must choose yourself first. Hashtag, I'm reparenting myself. I love you.